Products point leader, as it's going to be Bailey Cardwell going to be second quick in that 07B. You got Jack Brown, Chris Chandler, and Brandon Williams going to round out your top 5 so far for your American All-Star Series warm-ups. Alrighty, we're going to get ready for our third session of your American All-Star Series Crate late models getting ready to come down. There's going to be another 07 machine. I'm pretty sure that's going to be that's going to be Addison Cardwell going to be coming up first on that Speedway. I know I'm going to butcher the name. It's going to be that beautiful number 10 machine. I'm going to wait for him to come on down the Speedway. You got John Ellison at number 21 from the Best Plumbing going to be there on the Speedway. You got the number 7 machine. That's going to be Keaton Smith up there as well. And Keaton Smith had a really good fast hot rod last night. Placed third at Golden Mountain Speedway. Or Raceway Park. My fault. So as the field's coming around here, is it going to be the number 12? That's going to be, I know that number 12 machine. And that number 12, I got told so many times this morning, is going to be Brandon Umberger in the BNC LLC Rocket X1 chassis. You've got the number 23. It's going to be Tim Damron. Tim Damron in the Trucking Stevens Hardwoods Odina Paint and Body Machine. As we're getting ready to go here for your third session of Hot Laps here for the American All-Star Series. How about the number 34 rod? That's going to be Evan McReynolds also on the top of the Speedway. In that number 34 machine, that bright and yellow number 34. He's going to be in the Cherokee Towing Recovery TNT Race Cars 34, by the way. As we're going to get ready to go for your third session of your Hot Laps. For the American All-Star Series so far, it's still Tyler Arrington. Going to be the quick time car with a 13.282. You will have Bailey Cardwell second quick so far with a 13.381. That's going to be your 1-2 going in this one. As your third session of Hot Laps is getting ready to go here at the Volunteer Speedway. We're getting ready to get going. Can anybody beat the point leader of a 13.282 for Tyler Arrington? We're going to find out here after heat race warm-ups number 3. Field's starting to come around. Times are going to start coming in on my board here. Is it still going to be all Tyler Arrington so far with the 13.282? 13.282 is the time to beat, set by Tyler Arrington. So far here for the first session of warm-ups, it's still Tyler Arrington in that 002 machine. Still going to be there as well, as it'll be Bailey Cardwell still hanging on to that second time. Jack Brown as well, as we have a live look here from Dirt Ridge TV on the Facebook page. Tyler Arrington. How about Brandon Umberger? Going to be able to go third quick with a 13.412. Brandon Umberger's going to go with a 13.412. Jack Brown, then that's still going to leave it as Tyler Arrington is still fastest in warm-ups. Attention Street Stocks, you're ready to go here for Hot Laps, I believe. My mistake, there is 4 sessions of Hot Laps here for the Hot Lap qualifying. Ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude the American All-Star Series warm-ups once again, as Tyler Arrington is going to be the quick time car so far with the 13.282. It'll have Bailey Cardwell going to go second quick. Brandon Umberger is going to be third quick, as we got a late model coming out of Speedway, that number 3 machine. We'll see if he's going to be part of the American All-Star Series here in that number 3 ride. As they're going to go ahead and give him the green flag, I believe that's going to be the number 3. As soon as I'm getting a correction here, it looks like you got a warm-up session here for this number 3. It's going to be Nathan Martin, I believe, in that number 3 end machine. A little bit of a latecomer as Leighton Martin's going to go, as he's got a good lap time going out of this one here. And he's going to go 21st quick so far with the 13.860 in warm-ups. And he's going to get the checkered flag here for the final session for the American All-Star Series warm-ups, as Nathan Martin's going to finish it out 16 quick with a 13.684. 13.684 for Nathan Martin. Again, I apologize for the confusion, but we had an extra car coming in. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn it over to a Big Kevin over here, your voice of the one and only Volunteer Speedway, also known as The Gap.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how about a big old round of applause for our old buddy Peter, man? What a good job you're doing so far at the American All-Stars, man. I now know why they got you to be the announcer. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some super street stocks on tap right now. Street stocks, 22 entries will be coming out on the track tonight for our street stocks. If you was here a couple of weeks ago, you've seen probably one of the best races I've ever seen at Volunteer Speedway put on by this group of racers right here, the street stock guys. And, man, they're going to be they're doing hot lap qualifying tonight, so there'll be 4 laps with their fastest lap, hot lap qualifying. Tonight, let's go ahead and thank some sponsors while they're getting ready to get on the track. The Stars and Sprints 40 sponsor, Henry Tire, presenting sponsor, Diamond Speed Detail, Service Plus Garage Doors, Petty Record Service, American Dream Properties LLC, Vic Hill Racing Engines, Fast Time Motorsports and Specialists, Promoters Wesley and Bobby Womack, and American All-Star Series Joe and Jesse Rush. We appreciate all those folks being here and being a part of this race. We got our first group coming on the racetrack tonight of our street stocks as they're getting ready for their 4-lap hot lap qualifying. Right now on the track with that number 28 machine, we have from Maggie Valley, North Carolina, that's by the J.D. Smith on the racetrack in the 69 machine. Following him up from Maynardville, we got Jesse Hickman. And then number 10, man, had a good run here 2 weeks ago from Morristown, Tennessee, Kobe Long. Man, what a great run he ran. I think he finished second in that race, but had a hot rod when he was on the racetrack. He actually started qualified pole last time here. Following him on the inside down there in that 15 machine, it looks like we have for Morristown, that's Donovan Long. On the track, he's stalled out there on the back straightaway. And we'll see what's going on with his race car in the 22 machine. We'll go ahead and bring the rest of them in. The 22 machine on the track there. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. My voice is just about went. Okay, here we go. We're getting them all checked in. And we'll go green flag. 4 laps, green flag racing here. Hot lap qualifying on the track in that 44 machine from Tazewell. That's old Clyde Overholt as he comes down to get checked in. Yeah, it's a 23 over there. Yeah, for Morristown. Austin Maples in the 23 machine. So that's our first group on the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like they got 7 of them on the track, 7 at a time for 4 laps. We'll see how it all plans out here. Man, they're going to get ready to go for a 20-lap feature later on tonight. And they're getting ready to go green. All right, the green flag flies here, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready. We're going green flag. Who's going to sit top of the leaderboard? All right there under the green flag. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to sit top of the board tonight? It's going to be the fastest qualifiers that come around. Right now, J.D. Smith with the 14.854 is our fastest one so far. Ladies and gentlemen, turned 1 lap in. This will be for 4 laps in our first 6 on the track. 14.798. J.D. Smith takes that second time. He's 2 of them in the 14-second bracket now. Kobe Long turns a 14.938. as they got a couple more laps to go to get it done. White flag in the air. Bob Friend Bruce on the flagman standing. I appreciate him being with us, and he is flagging that white flag as they come around. And Rod now looks as they run. Unless somebody can knock him off, J.D. Smith in that 28 machine will be our top qualifier right now. He sits top of the leaderboard. And the checker flag flies with a 14.765. 14.765 for J.D. Smith. Kobe Long was second fastest with a 14.878. Donovan Long in that 15 machine with a 14.940. Clyde Overholt with the 15.425. And the fifth fastest, Austin Helton in a 15.579. And Jesse Hickman in the 69 machine with a 16.186. All right, that's our first group in there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get ready for our second group. J.D. Smith's on the bubble. Rod, now, can anybody knock him off of the bubble? Man, he comes to us all the way from Maggie Valley, North Carolina. And, man, he has got a fast hot rod already tonight. The second group of the racers will be on the racetrack right now. The 21 machine is bringing it around. The Maynardville, Tennessee, Johnny Lay makes his way on the track. We got the 14 over there coming on the back chute from Morristown. That's old Austin Atkins. As they come around here, and the 88, that 88 machine is from Knoxville, Tennessee. That's Sam Burgess. Let's get this second group in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We got 7 more on the track, ladies and gentlemen, for this second group. Can any of those guys knock off J.D. Smith? Right now, at the top of the leaderboard. Everybody's getting checked in here. They're getting ready to take the green flag, ladies and gentlemen. Man, what a crowd we've got here tonight. It's good to see y'all. Good to see everybody here at Volunteer Speedway. And they're getting ready. We're making a couple more laps. Track looks to be in pretty good shape. I'm telling you, Vic Hill and his staff and crew have put in the time and the work to get this track in the shape it's in. And, man, we got to tip our hat to them because it is a beautiful sight to see here when you can see the old red clay looking as good as it is tonight. Bobby Petty in that XP21 on the racetrack, and the 14H of Greg Husky. He's out on the track as well. Here we go, get him lined up. 51L of David Lewis on the racetrack. The 51L comes to us all the way. Well, I don't have his number there. Where is he at? Right there, Maryville. He's from Maryville. David Lewis is our Maryville driver. All right, here we go. Can anybody knock off J.D. Smith tonight at the top of the leaderboard? These group of 7 drivers are trying to make it happen as they go around here. Austin Atkins has moved up into second fastest with a 14.812 as they run. Johnny Lay, he's down there 9th fastest. And 10th was David Lewis in that 51L. Bobby Petty's topped in with the top 5 right now. He's in there, locked in with a 14.962. White flag is in the air. Old Bruce has got it ready. He's ready to give him the checker. Can anybody get close to that Austin Atkins? Austin Atkins' new quick time, 14.737. He is now top of the leaderboard. Here we go. He just knocked him off. J.D. Smith got the bubble. He got knocked off. Austin Atkins, now I'll tell you something, he is no stranger to the winner's circle here at Volunteer Speedway. He has won a few races here at Volunteer, and he now sits top of your leaderboard with a 14.737. Man, good run for Austin Atkins. You're on the bubble. Super fast cars out there, man. These street stocks, again, like I say, 2 weeks ago, put on probably one of the best races I've ever seen here. And, man, it ain't going to be any different tonight. The lap times, if you can look, from 1st to 12th right now, not separated by that much. Your top 5 separated by 2/10 right now. So that's not very much. If you just sit and look at it, 2/10 of a second between 5 drivers so far. And we still have a few left to go, ladies and gentlemen. We still got another group coming out of 7. And let's see who we got on the racetrack right now. We'll get them checked in and ready to go. These guys will have 4 laps just like everybody else did to try and get top of that leaderboard. And starting position, it doesn't always mean everything here at Volunteer Speedway, but, man, it's a big thing. It always makes your mind rest easy if you're up there on that front row somewhere or up in the front of it. It makes hard work whenever you have to start toward the back and middle and the back to try to get all the way to the front. But I'll tell you what, these drivers, they can get it done here at Volunteer Speedway. In the 27 machine over there, we've got from Jonesboro, Charles Bates. He's on the racetrack, the 09. Over there, we've got him on the racetrack. Trying to make his way around here, get him checked in. That's from Sevierville. That's old Nick Baker. And the 11 machine. The 11 machine as he comes around here from the T11, I guess, from Maryville. That's Tim Kilby. We'll get him checked in. Just now went under the flagman stand there. And we're getting them checked in slowly but surely, but we're going to go green flag here in a minute. Hello over on the tier side parking tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see all you folks over there on that back side. You all keep your quiet going over there. Keep everything rowdy and on that side. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. They're getting ready. Old Bruce has got the green flag. He's rolling it up. He's getting ready to fly it as they come around. And we're under green. That 156 of Marcus Mays on the racetrack also. Ladies and gentlemen, he's going to try and put it up to the top of the leaderboard if he can. He's from Johnson City. All right, we got one lap in, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some movers, and we got the old T11 moved up to 6th place right now. That's old Tim Kilby with the 15.283. Not hardly down in that 14-second bracket, but, you know, he's good enough for 5th. That's pretty good. And old XP21 Bobby Petty now running in that 4th spot. Can anybody knock Austin Atkins off of the top? Here he is. He's sitting up there. He's just sitting like a vulture waiting to see if anybody can get rid of him. He don't want to go nowhere. He wants to hold that first top. Places they're coming around here getting that white flag. Charles Bates was the 16th fastest on the track that round there, and Marcus Mays was the 14th as he had a 15.521. Well, nobody in that group was able to knock off Austin Atkins from that top. We've got a couple of more, just a couple of more drivers to get it done out there. Looks like we're going to have Ibis Early in that 51 machine. Let me go ahead and make mention Ibis Early. We appreciate him. He sent over here a goodie bucket. It's an Armor All goodie bucket. He's from Chuckey, Tennessee. That 51 machine, old Ibis Early. And it's 107 Tire Center up there. The 107 Tire and Service Center. We're going to be giving that away here in just a little bit. I got old Peter and Evan deciding how we're going to give that away here in a little bit. Don't know how yet, but somebody's going to win them a care package tonight, a car care package in a bucket. And it'll be, I got one of them at home, matter of fact. My wife wants me to use it a lot, but you know what? It makes an awful good thing just to set up and let my son use. I'm not very good with it, but now my boy's got to where he's getting pretty good at washing that car if we need him to. All right, ladies, and we got those last three on the racetrack. They've got 4 laps. Can anybody do anything with Austin Atkins 14.737? That's a tall order to get right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's a tall order to try to get. All right, we're getting ready to go, though, Bruce, on the flag stand. Appreciate our old buddy, Bruce. We look at the backside of him all the time, and I guess that's his best side. I don't know. All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. They crossing the scales here. Got to make sure y'all weigh the same. Getting right and ready to go. Everybody's checked in now. They're going to get ready to go green flag here in just a moment. 4 laps to get it done. The last 3. Following this here will be our Carolina Sprint Tour Hotlaps. You'll get to hear our good friend Evan on the mic here in just a moment. Once these 3 get this took care of here, their little business of qualifying, we'll get to see some sprint cars. Been a long time coming. Been a long wait. But, man, we're tickled to death to have them here with us tonight.
Get it height. Let's go. Get height for warm-ups. You actually did get paid for Hotlaps for us.
All right, here we go. Bruce is taking The old start flag, getting it rolled up and ready. As they working their way around here, getting them spread out a little bit, putting a little heat, I guess, in the tires, or putting a little dirt on them, I guess. And we're under green flag. Now, can anybody take care of Austin Atkins in that 14 machine? Austin would have a good starting spot if nobody can get rid of him. The worst he can start right now, even if he gets beat by all three, would be 4 spots. So that's got to be pretty good for Austin. You got to be feeling pretty good. So even if you get beat by all 3 of these guys, you're still going to start no worse than 4th in your feature tonight. And we're under green. They're trying to get it done here. Abbas early. Right now is 20th fastest with a 16.263. And Austin Helton pulled in there with a 15.579. And the white flag's already out. Boy, it don't take long to put 4 laps on the board here at Volunteer Speedway. And here we go. Last time around. Well. And here's the checkered flag. And he can't get it done. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks to me like the number 14 of Austin Atkins from Morristown, Tennessee. He's going to be your top qualifier tonight. And starting alongside of him will be J.D. Smith finishing second. Colby Long third. Donovan Long is fourth. And the XP21 of Bobby Petty. Well, that's your top 5 in the street stocks whenever they get to come up here in just a little while for their 20-lap feature. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. I'm going to bring my scoreboard here on the announcer. It's time for him to call some sprint cars.
It has been almost 4 years since sprint cars have been on track here at Bulls Gap. And it's going to be the first time for the Carolina Sprint Tour presented by GSR Chassis. I am the voice of the Carolina Sprint Tour, Evan McCrory. It is my honor to be here at Volunteer for the first time ever alongside all of these drivers except one, 6'7", Jake McLean. I believe he's the only car in the field that has experience in a sprint car here on track. So we're going to do hot laps a little bit different tonight so these guys can get acclimated with the high speeds, high horsepower, low weight. We're going to let these guys get 2 laps for hot laps, and then we're going to let them ride around, think about what they did, learn their lesson, and then we're going to fire up back green, and then we're going to run 3 more laps. We have 16 Race Saver IMCA 305 sprint cars here on the grounds. We got drivers from 3 different countries, including America, obviously, Canada, and the great country of Australia down under. Give you a lineup for what is going to be heat race number 1. You're going to hot lap with your group. First car there you see in the 75 from Mount Pleasant, North Carolina. In the MSC Masonry Well Doctor Woodland Auto Display number 75, it is Bulletproof Bob Robert Tyler. Have the 15 from Black Log Valley, Pennsylvania, in the Over the Edge Diesel Performance Colton Cares Pet Services number 15. It's the Hammer, Derek Treese. We were at his home track a couple weeks ago, Sumter Speedway. Had a good race there until got caught up in a little incident, got spun out in front of the field. He's got the first car firing off here, Robert Tyler. You're going to be seeing another Tyler later on the next group. Next up, rolling into turn 3. From Holden Beach, North Carolina, the Brian Kemenaw Racing, Barrier Fence and Supply 01, the Fresh Prince of Dirt, Jaden Bowling. This driver comes from Hemby Bridge, North Carolina, the Keziah Family Farms, Williams Grade, and Camel City Roll-Offs, number 67. He's your all-time Carolina Sprint Tour wins leader and the 2023 Series champion, Jake McLean. McLean's had a strong start, top 5 in points right now, rolling into turn 1 right now. Behind him from Fuquay Arena, North Carolina, by way of Perth, Western Australia, in the Assurance Tire and Design, Joe Crowdy's design, Tribodyne Lubricants 11T, it is the Aussie, Gareth Palmer. Exiting turn 4 right now from Denver, North Carolina, the Benco Steel Inc. CJM Industries, number 9, CJ Miller. Rolling to the front stretch now from Fayetteville, North Carolina, the Rad Race Gear, Rockfish Speedway, number 97. It's the Autism Sprint of Ben McCall. McCall has one win with the series last year at Livonia Speedway, a couple hours down the road. So we're about to go green for some sprint car racing. Track record here for the 410s was Casey Kane in 2010 with a 10.2. Another comparable series for us, a little bit bigger motors, the 360s. Their track record is an 11.6, so let's expect them around the 12 range. Yep, quick time so far, Jaden Bolin, 12.312. The only driver here in the field that has competed at the gap before, Jake McLean. He's second right now. These drivers trying to get acclimated to the high banks of the gap. Now we're going to, like I said a minute ago, we're going to slow them down for a second, let them think about how the track is, how it feels with the wing of the car and the aerodynamics and everything with that, figure out what they got to change up, and we're going to let them go finish out their hot lap group. '67 of McLean looking for his first win with the series since October of 2023 when he swept a doubleheader weekend at Travelers Rest and at Harris Speedway. Well, we have a transponder on Speedway. We're going to get that situation cleared up, get it back on a car. I don't think it is. Yep. And we're going to have Mr. Ken grab that off the Speedway. One of our heralded track official, series officials with us, former tech director, now former series competitor George Blaney now holds that title. Again, all these guys are going to be in heat group number 1, sponsored by Scott Performance Wire. This is Hot Lap group number 1, presented by Radical Race Gear. Shout out to Butch and the whole Lamb family for coming on with the series and being very supportive. We would like to see his son Chris run out with us again. He had a couple races with us last season. Talk a little bit more about that 0-1 at Jaden Bowling. Started off the season hot after a on-fire finish to 2024. Won his first career race with the series, October at Carolina for the King of the Carolinas. Then a second place finish in the Cowboy Classic at Beckley. Then kicked it off with 2 wins at Lakeview and Livonia. Then he went and ran with the USCS. His first ever starts with them. Won on his first night out. He beat NASCAR star Ricky Stenhouse Jr. to win that race. And then he missed our last race at Sumter to go run top 3 with USCS again at the Talladega Short Track. Bowling still top of the board, 12.239. Oh, McLean top of the board, 12.227. One more time around for these 305 sprint car drivers here at the Gap. It's going to be checkered for Treese and Tyler. Top of the board for our radically fast hot lap presented by Rad Race Gear right now is the 67 of Jake McLean with 12 thousandths of a second ahead of Bowling in the 0-1 with a time of 12.227. It's going to be one last group, and I'm going to pass it over to Peter for American All-Stars qualifying. American All-Stars start heading towards chute to get on track for your qualifying. You are up next after sprint cars. Sportsman late models start getting ready. You're up after them. When you see these sprint cars riding on the banking, it looks like they're about to just tip over and fall right on their wings. It's crazy. I knew this place was going to have a bunch of banking, and when I pulled up, we have the 11 at Gareth Palmer looking like he have an issue. It was on fire. I hope Gareth is okay there. When this methanol burns, it burns clear, so you can't see it. That's why you see Gareth patting himself down. I hope the Aussie Gareth Palmer is okay. Good job on him for getting out of that car quickly. It's scary when situations like that happen. We got the fire truck on the front stretch. Also, we keep all of our safety vehicles equipped with fire suppression systems. Yep. suppressing the fire on that 11T Doolittle Racing Engines machine. The Doolittle has gone up in smoke. Dewey's not going to be too happy about that one. They're going to have to come back to the shop this week and figure out why that happened. Good thing I saw Dewey selling one of them on Facebook this week. Gareth might have to get that from him after it has to be a big misfire in the engine there and make it blow up like that. I haven't seen that personally a part of this series. That's definitely a scary moment. You can see Gareth gathering his composure and his thoughts right now, calming down, about to take off his helmet probably. Yep, there he is. Glad to see Gareth out of the vehicle. Can we get a little round of applause for the Aussie Gareth Palmer being able to get out of his machine? We have one person. We are lady. If you have left your license at the beer garden, come get it. The beer garage. My bad. It's not a garden. No plants there. Come on. We can go put a plant. We can go buy a little plant from Lowe's or something if y'all want to make it a beer garden, I guess. But we do have a license at the beer garden, so go if you've been there. In the beer garage, my bad, I will get that correct. If you've been to the beer garage and you might have left your license, check, make sure if you have it or not. If not, they have it for you to go pick it up.
I would like to add about that beer garage. I mean, we can do a lot of decorative stuff. You know, you could put like Coors Light cans on a tree, you know. Some things like that is a really good thing, you know, here to watch sprint cars tonight.
Yeah, we can put a Gareth Palmer's motor back together with some beer cans for a decorative display. Hang it in the beer garage. I know Gareth would be down to do that.
Just make sure it's not Bud Light.
Yeah. While we have you here, do we want to go ahead and give away the car care kit? I'm going to do a sprint car question. So the last time 410 sprints were here was a few years ago. It was All-Star Circuit of Champions. And to win the car care set from 107 Tire and Service Center from the Street Stock number 51, Isla's Early, if you can tell me who won that All-Star Circuit of Champions race in 2020, meet me at the bottom of the stairs over outside the front gate, and you can win. Well, we have a moment here. We have a moment here to do that. So if you can tell me who won the All-Star Circuit of Champions race here at the Gap in 2020, you win the car care kit, car cleaning kit from 107 Tire and Service Center, and I'll meet you down at the bottom of the stairs.
While Evan's going to be meeting you guys down there at the end of the tower there where the stairs are for that question of the day. Once again, you got more sprint cars getting ready to come out on the Speedway. So hopefully Aaron, he's going to get that answered question quick because we got some sprint cars going to be coming out here once again. So more sprint car warm-ups getting ready to come out as Evan's going to be joining us here. Hopefully he gave away that care package.
Yes, we did. It was the one only single guy down there, and he's like, I have a guess. It might be right. And I'm like, all right, what is it? And he said Aaron Reitzel, and that is the correct answer. Aaron Reitzel won the last 410 race here at the Gap. While we're rolling the track in here, one last time to be able to go green for Rad Race Gear Hotlaps Group number 2. This is also going to be Scott Performance Wire Heat 2 later in the evening. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First driver rolling onto the front stretch now from Charlotte, North Carolina, by way of Midlothian, Texas, in the Extra Pro Home Inspections, number 34. He is your reigning and defending Carolina Sprint Tour champion. It is Cale Kozad. Rolling to the back stretch now in that white and black, number 18 from Waterloo, Ontario, Canada, in the Glenn Stiers Racing Balance Power Washing UPS of Salisbury, number 18. It is Josh Shantz. In front of him in turn number 3 from Mooresville, North Carolina, the Maskey Kennel J&E Racing Engines, number 7. It is Biscuit Williams. This former series champion rolling to the front stretch now. From Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina, the Pilot House Bar and Grill, Brinkman Coins, number 10, 2022 series champion, Richard Wisdow. Wisdow is also the elder statesman of the series in his late 60s. Has one win with series, looking for race win number 2. He's had a couple close calls, but never been back to victory lane since 2022. Also in this group, he's the most recent winner with the series, rolling out turn number 4. From Hickory, North Carolina, number 21K. Tied all time with the guy right in front of him with 5 career wins is the 21K of Greg Smyer. Speaking of the man in front of him, from Maiden, North Carolina, the CTC Construction SRI Performance Checkered Pass, number 48 is the Speedy Meatball, George Laux. Laux currently going through a little bit of a knee issue at the moment. Had a mishap in the shop last night, limping around like his dad, but we love George and everything he does for the series. And another former series champion in this group, rolling to the front stretch from Pendergrass, Georgia, and the Moss Racing Engines, number 29, second all-time in career wins. It is Mr. Jeff Oliver. There's one more car supposed to be in this group. I do not see him on track. That's the 75X of USAC legend Brian Tyler from Parma, Michigan, and the Well Doctor machine. He'll be out there for the main event. And also rookie to the series in the 94 from Athens, Georgia. That's the 94 of Matthew Wall. Ben McCall was third in that last group. First couple laps coming in here. Quickest so far is Biscuit Williams in the 7. Couple tenths behind top of the board, Jake McLean. These guys got their first 2 laps to get acclimated with the track, and now they're about to go back to the green. One time coming up, and they're going to be putting down the blazing fast laps like they did in group number 1. American All-Stars, if you're not in the grid, ready to go qualify, better get there. American All-Stars. Sportsman late models, start getting ready. You're up after them. About to get green for the second part of Group 2 of Rad Race Gear Hotlaps. Winner of Hotlaps. Yes, it actually does pay. It's sponsored by Rad Race Gear, Butch and his crew. Going to take home a little prize for that. Last time out at Sumter Speedway was the 29 of Jeff Oliver. Good to see him and his whole family running around the track. Glad to have him what looks to be full-time after running a partial schedule last season. Getting a checkup from Andy for the 94 of Matthew Wall. Andy is one of our new push truck guys. Going to see him at some of our more northern events. He is actually from the United Kingdom. Him and his wife are out there. You'll see his wife in the neon green Jeep. Got all of our last 4 season champions in tonight's field, all the way from 2021 to 2024. 21, 23, and 24 in this group with Jeff Oliver, Richard Wisdow, and Cale Kozad, respectively. Kozad bringing home a championship with a super consistent season. I believe his average finish was about a 4.1 last year. Took home 2 wins, including his first one in the state of Tennessee at Smoky Mountain. Followed it up later in the year with a win at Cherokee. green for part 2 of Hot Lap Group number 2, presented by Rad Race Gear. Going to be getting ready for Scott Performance Wire Heat Races. American All-Stars, you are up next. American All-Stars. Kale Kozad up to 4th, 12.567. White flag, one more time to go in Rad Race Gear Hot Laps here for the Carolina Sprint Tour, presented by GSR Chassis. Biscuit Williams up to 3rd, bumping Ben McCall down the board. Last couple of times here, but officially it looks your winner of the Radically Fast Hot Lap Award tonight for the Carolina Sprint Tour is going to be the 67 of Henry Bridge, North Carolina's Jake McLean with a rapid time of 12.227, which for now is going to be officially the Carolina Sprint Tour track record since we don't run qualifying and stuff. That's 0.6 off of the 360 record, which that's about what I expected when I was looking through my notes and statistics, trying to find every time a winged sprint car has been on here at the Volunteer Speedway. When Casey Kane broke the record here in 2010, he smashed the record by 1.4 seconds, averaging over 140 miles an hour. Also, happy Casey Kane Friday to everyone yesterday, to all that celebrate. He was on the Dirt Beers podcast. Don't forget to go to the Beer Garage. But I'm going to pass it back over to the voice of the American All-Stars for their qualifying. Here you go, Peter.
Thank you, Evan. How about a round of applause, by the way, for Evan here? So doing a great job here for your GSR sprint cars here today. So make sure Evan is out here. Make sure you give him a round of applause. He did a great job. Now here comes the late models, the crate late models for the American All-Star Series. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited because we're ready for qualifying, as it's going to be Tyler Arrington from Honecker, Virginia, going to be the first one, and Tim Maupin out of Johnson City, Tennessee, going to be the first 2 cars out here. As Tyler Arrington's going to be the Ernest Performance RI Shocks Car Care Phantom Racing Engine 002, and he's your current PPM Racing Products American All-Stars point leader with that wonderful yellow spoiler on the back of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's showtime. It's going to be Tyler Arrington, Tim Maupin going to be the 1-2. You're going to have Chris Chandler. You will have Ryan Smith going to be the next 2 after that. So you also got Bradley Luling going to be out there on the Speedway, going to be there behind him. He's going to be at number 10. I always mess up his name, but I had a lot of people try to help me correct it. Llewellyn, thank you, everybody. So it's Llewellyn, everybody. So that's going to be what I'm going to try to call here once again. I have a funny story about last night, and I really know what it's like about how somebody's wives and family members really love to have their names called correctly. Funny story, and I'm really with the Umberger, by the way, or Umbecker, as how I used to call it, but now it's going to be the Umberger ride here once again. So once again, like I said, appreciate you guys for letting me know and correcting me all the time. Feel free to tell me at any time, as we're ready for American All-Star Series qualifying, as Tyler Arrington from Honecker, Virginia, as he is still your point leader. We are waiting for him to come out of the chute, and we'll start our qualifying. Alrighty, I'll tell you what, Tyler Arrington's going to get things ready to go once again in that 002 machine, and he's going to start things off on the board. Right there is going to be that number 3, Tim Maupin, as Tim Maupin's going to be in that Twin D Auto Sales, Advanced Auto Parts, Maupin Body and Paint machine right there behind him, as Tyler Arrington's going to start things off, and here we go. Getting that car all nice and wound up. Tyler Arrington's going to start things off as qualifying has begun. Tim Maupin's going to get the green flag in that number 3 machine, as this is going to be Tyler Arrington. He's going to set the bar in that 002 machine, as Tyler Arrington's going to be able to work the high side of the Speedway white flag. Tyler Arrington's going to set the bar with a 13.335. 13.335. It's going to go to Maupin in that number 3. He's going to go and set a 14.014, as Tyler Arrington's going to set it one more time. Anything better? It's still going to be a 13.335 for Tyler Arrington. So far, your quick time. Tim Maupin there is going to be coming up in that number 3. He's going to go with a 14.014 for your first session of qualifying for the BHR, qualifying here for the American All-Star Series. As we're going to get ready to go is Chris Chandler out of Weaversville, North Carolina, in that number 8C machine, going to be coming out next. After that, it's going to be Ryan Smith in that number 4S machine, as Ryan Smith in the Pizza Plus Dalton Direct Carpets Low Trucking number 4. Chris Chandler's going to go ahead and get that green flag, and we're going to get things started as Ryan Smith's going to be right there behind him as well. Qualifying for Chris Chandler in that number 8C machine. He's going to be coming around the Speedway. Will he beat that 13.335? Survey says we're Chris Chandler, second quick with a 13.603. Ryan Smith in that number 4 is going to be coming out as well. Can he do any better? No, it's going to be second quick with a 13.569. You will have the number 8 of Chris Chandler once again. Is he's going to be any better? Yes, he will. Second quick with a 13.530. Ryan Smith going to come around once again. Can he be any better? Ryan Smith's still going to be a 13.569, 13.569 for Ryan Smith. So far, Tyler Arrington still holds strong. He's really good in qualifying, and he's still going to be able to hang on as he is still your current point leader coming out of this one. Here comes that number 10. It's going to be Bradley Llewellyn going to be on the Speedway as he's going to start things off for qualifying. It's going to be Keaton Smith out of Clinton, South Carolina. Llewellyn's going to be able to get the green in that number 10 machine. It will go to Keaton Smith in that, Keaton Smith in that number 7 machine. Llewellyn in that number 10 up on the outside of the Speedway. As Llewellyn's going to be really good through the front stretch. He's going to set the bar. Can he get it done? It's going to be a fourth quick with a 13.834. Keaton Smith in that number 7 is going to hit it, and we'll see what he's going to get. It's going to be a 14.093 as we got a problem. Llewellyn's slow down on the backstretch. Llewellyn going to be slow in that number 10 machine. So it looks like Llewellyn's got a problem in that number 10 machine as he's going to be able to pull it down to the hot pits, it looks like, as Keaton Smith's going to be back out on the Speedway in that number 7 ride. So Llewellyn's got a problem there in that number 10 machine as the push truck's going to go, as Keaton Smith's going to be up in that number 7, up on the outside in that 7K. Keaton Smith's going to get it all wound up, going to get the white flag this time around. Can he be any better? So far, he's sitting with a 6 quick with a 14.093. Tyler Arrington still holds your quick time so far with a 13.335. Can Keaton Smith get it done as he's going to be able to come around? Can he be better? Survey says he's going to be a 13.803. Good enough for fourth quick here. Alrighty, as we're ready to go, as Bradley Llewellyn's going to have a problem there, and he will be able to get that one lap in. So coming up next out on the Speedway, it'll be that number 5. It's gonna be Travis Steele out of Clover, South Carolina, in the Tabby's Cleaning WB Racing Products John Page Racing ride, as he's gonna be coming out onto the backstretch in that number 5 machine. Right there behind him in the number 51 is gonna be Mac McCarter in the ADC Tennessee Homemade Wines Kings Long and Landscape Base Race Fuels number 51. Travis Steele's going to be that first one down on the backstretch. And number 5 going to be able to get that car wound up. Can he get the quick time? As Travis Steele's flying, as he's going to get the white flag. We'll see if he's going to get it done. Travis Steele going to be a 6 quick so far with a 13.663. As you're going to have the number 51 machine that's going to be Mac McCarter out there with a 13.937. A little bit better time that time around. For the number 5 rider, Travis Steele going to go fourth quick with a 13.580. Looks like you got a problem with the 51 machine of Matt McCarter. He's going to pull it to the infield as well during American All-Star Series qualifying. Alrighty, so now you're going to have Addison Cardwell going to be coming out of Knoxville, Tennessee in the 07A. Going to be coming out there in that black and white machine. Right there behind him at number 55 is going to be Kenny Compton out of Rocky Gap, Virginia. As we're going to get the cars lined up, you're going to have Addison in that 07 get a little tight off the top of the turns 1 and 2. You got the number 55 machine. That's going to be Kenny Compton going to be able to get the green flag. White flag for the first lap here for Addison. Can he get it done? Is Addison going to go? It's going to be a 9 quick with a 14.101. As the 55 machine's going to try one more time, and we'll see what he's going to get. It's going to be a 5th quick with a 13.644. Addison in the 07 going to try again. Goes even faster with a 13.699. 55 at Kenny Compton. Still going to be fifth quick with a 13.612. 13.612 for Kenny Compton. Alrighty, two more cars going to be coming out on the Speedway. It's going to be Brandon Williams out of Crossville, Tennessee. Going to be out coming up next here for your qualifying. Right there behind him in that number 37 machine, it's going to be Drew Kennedy from Sunbright, Tennessee. Scratch that. I got a number 0 machine coming out of Ross White. So Ross White in the number 0 now is going to be coming out on the Speedway. You're going to have Brandon Williams in the number 95. So Brandon Williams in the number 5 is going to be coming out. Going to get the first time. We're going to see what Brandon Williams. Quick time! 13.313. Quick time for Brandon Williams. Can he be any faster this time around? As Brandon Williams going to get the checkered flag, he's going to be a 13.313. Ross White third quick so far with a 13.363. Ross White's going to go next time around as it's going to be quick time 13.298 for Ross White. Ross White is going to be your BHR quick time car so far. I've got the number 5. It's going to be Chesney on the Speedway for the Chesney Logistics AA Callaway's Taxidermy Machine as he's going to get the green flag. You got the 07 machine going to be on the Speedway. That's going to be Bailey Cardwell in the 7B. As Chesney's going to get the first lap in, can he go quick time? Chesney's going to go with 11 quick so far with a 13.885. As you will still have the 07 to Bailey Cardwell third quick with a 13.315. As Chesney's going to hit that checkered flag, can he do any better? As Chesney will still be at a 13.869. Oh, that was a close one for the 07 as we got a new quick time car. Scratch that. Quick time 13.280 for Bailey Cardwell. Got to do it the right way if we're going to get the quick time here for the American All-Star Series. It's Bailey Cardwell. Oh, boy, I'm getting excited here for qualifying. You got the number 28 machine going to be joining us on the Speedway. Actually, at the number 26, that's going to be Jack Brown. You got the number 8 ride. That's going to be Jacob Owens on the Speedway. As Jack Brown gets a little tight off of 3 and 4, can he beat the time of Bailey Cardwell? Jack Brown's going to go 7 quick with a 13.580. After that, with the number 26 machine, that's going to be... I can't find it. Either way, here we go. Jack Brown going to be once again. Can Jack Brown get it done? He's going to go 5th quick in that number 26. Checkered flag is out here as you're going to have that number 8 machine. That was Jacob Owens in the 13.705. 13.705 for Jacob Owens. That's going to be good enough for 11 quick. Man, we got a lot of fast speed here at the Volunteer Speedway. Give yourself a round of applause, track rep crew, for providing us an awesome racing service here today. Oh, man, it's going to be Tim Damron in Oneonta, Tennessee. As Tim Damron's in the Tim Damron Trucking Stevens Harwood, owning a paint and body machine. Behind him in the Z1, it's going to be the Rayburn Race Cars. Oh, Red Contracting of Mr. Ramirez. As Tim Damron's going to come around the side of Speedway, had an awful time at Golden last night as Tim Damron's going to start things off, and it looks like he's going to go 17 quick with a 14.3. After that, he's going to have Philip Ramirez with a 14.672 at this time. Tim Damron still with a 14.3. He's got a lot of work to do. Can he get this one done? It's going to be a 14.014 for Tim Damron. And Philip Ramirez going to go with a 14.315, so a little bit faster for both those drivers. Alrighty, so far it's still Bailey Cardwell with a quick time of the 13.280. Ross White out there with the 13.298. And it'll be Brandon Williams out there with a 13.313 at this time. Your top three for your American All-Star Series PHR qualifying. I got a number 3D going to be coming out on the Speedway. I believe that's going to be Dakota Smith. And behind them in the Massey Power Sports, Crab Orchard Pharmacy, Prick Concrete, number 33G of Shane Greco. As the number 3D, it's going to be Dakota Smith going to be coming around as Greco's going to get that green flag as well. Can Smith get it done? Dakota Smith's going to get the first lap. Can he get it done? It's going to be a 13.744. Here comes Greco in that number 33G, and he's going to go a little slow out there. 20th quick so far with a 14.483. As the number 3 machine's going to be coming around once again, as it's going to be Shane Greco coming around the Speedway once again, still 19th quick. After that, you got the number 3 machine. I'm trying to get his time. Give me a moment. That was, unfortunately, I do not have a time, I don't think, for the number 3 machine. Oh, that's Dakota Smith. Sorry, I now found it with a 13.744. That's going to be good enough for 12 quick. You got the 102 of Reed Hatchett out of Knoxville, Tennessee, going to be on the Speedway. And a number 3, and a Nathan Martin. The 102 of Reed Hatchett down on the backstretch here is Reed Hatchett's going to be coming around the top out of turn 3 and 4. As Reed Hatchett's going to get the first lap in, we'll see what Hatchett can do. Reed Hatchett going to go 10th quick there with a 13.640. Meanwhile, the number 3 is going to be coming around. That's the 3 and a Nathan Martin. So far, Nathan Martin looking pretty good as you're going to have Hatchett once again come around with a 13.640. Nathan Martin so far 6th quick with a 13.525. 13.525. Oh, man, we got Brandon Umberger going to be coming out on the Speedway once again. As Brandon Umberger's got the BC and ULLC Rocket X01 chassis number 12 machine going to be coming out on the Speedway. And right there behind us going to be that number 34 of Evan McReynolds. As Evan McReynolds got the ADC Tennessee Homemade Wine and Kings Lawn and Landscape Base Race Fuels number 34. As Brandon Umberger out of Royal Retreat, Virginia, going to be coming around the Speedway. He's going to get the green flag. Can he get it done with Evan McReynolds going to be that number 34 right there behind him? Umberger through the top out of turn 3 and 4. He's going to be setting off. He looks mighty quick. Can he get it done as Brandon Umberger is going to go 6th quick with a 13.519. 13.519 for Umberger as you're going to have that number 34. That was, I can't get, as Evan McReynolds, he's going to be there as that's going to go with a 14.308. As Brandon Umberger, second lap's going to be a 13.505. 13.505 for Umberger. And then it's going to be the number 34 machine of Evan McReynolds going to go to a 13.817. So we got a couple more cars going to be coming out here for the American All-Star Series qualifying. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it is still Bailey Cardwell with the Quick Time Award with a 13.280. Ross White as here comes that number 21 machine of John Ellison from Best Plumber. John Ellison from North City, Tennessee, here for the final car for qualifying, as he's going to be able to get the green flag going to be this time by. John Ellison, a big fan here, as he's ready to go to the top of turn 3 and 4. Can he get it done for the qualifying for the first lap? As it's going to be John Ellison, and he's going to get it. Oh, we got a problem with John Ellison there on the front stretch. John Ellison, 24th quick so far with a 14.310. John Ellison going to do something here, and he's going to try again once again, as John Ellison is not going to be any better. That's